All good?
Good.
We going?
I'm a bit nervous, though.
Oh, yeah?
It's a little
Fuck, it's
bit
been what?
intimidated, you know? You've got a bit of preparation and shit.
It's been, 27 episodes since you've been on? I don't know, when were you on? Because you're on the first one, but then weren't you on, like, one after that as well?
No, I don't know. One
I
that we
think
didn't use, I think, yeah.
You came in
Yeah,
for a
true.
little bit. Alright, so let's get going.
Set it off.
Welcome to episode 30. It's your boy Illdok,
It's your boy Blerbs.
and we are welcomed by... No, we are...
Welcome.
We are welcoming...
Relmz one.
Relmz
AKA
one.
Josh.
So we've
Okay, that
officially
boy.
got the Comrades of the Smoke in the building. What's up, dope boys? What's up? So dope boys. Anyway, so yeah, fucking.
Exciting times.
It is exciting times. We've got Robin on the computer, looking some shit up. So we've finally got stuff on the TV. We don't have to use our phones anymore.
Yeah, I must admit, this has come a long way
Yeah.
since
This
day
is
one.
literally the first time we've done it like this.
Yeah,
too.
it's good.
It's
so
good,
man.
but it's good. So
Look
yeah,
professional.
so Josh is back. He was on the first episode, and like you said, he made like a brief appearance. I think we were talking.
I think
we
I
were
might
talking
have
about
knocked the
checks.
camera and then...
Yeah.
Are you talking about that episode?
No, I can't. Like it was when we were in there still, and we were talking
Yeah.
about checks or something. Or was that the same?
Oh, yeah, about the
Yeah.
banks and...
Yeah.
Yeah, checks. That's
And you
crazy.
Yeah,
didn't
but I don't
even
think
have-
we used that episode, did we?
No, we did. I think we
It
definitely
was
did.
a different episode we didn't use.
And there was no video.
Yeah,
But, yeah.
and I think we only had 2 mics as well. So you two were just talking into one mic.
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
Fuck, we actually
Now
have
you got
came
3
a long
mics,
way.
fucking stands, you know?
It's
The whole
nuts.
works. It's good.
So what's been happening?
Dad life, pretty much. Just
Yeah.
fucking staying at home, not working, so...
Yeah,
Yeah,
how's that
I've
treating you?
Terribly. I've been playing a lot of PlayStation. I probably should be writing.
I
And
know you got some bars there.
yeah, trying to get some bars happening, but yeah, I haven't
Yeah.
done fuck all, so...
Well, we've been trying it. I've been writing a little bit. I've been getting him to, asking him to write some shit.
Yeah.
Getting there.
But that cheat code track's definitely got to happen,
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
for sure, because the beat's dope, concept's dope, so...
Waiting for that link. Then I'll fucking
Yeah.
start writing.
Well,
Yeah, I
yeah, I
can
was
just
gonna
send
say-
you what's done already.
Yeah, like even BPM or something.
Yeah. I wrote a fucking verse to a YouTube track the other day. First time in a long time.
Yeah. It's a good...
Yeah, there's... Speaking of which, there's a video on Facebook Live, if you want to see Doctor spit some hate.
Yeah. So did you say you were pretty out of the loop with music and shit?
Well, yeah, I don't really go on Facebook all that much. Not so much music, like I still listen to music a fair bit, but yeah, just like society as a
Yeah.
whole, I'm completely out of the loop.
Yeah.
Fuck, I haven't
Well,
been
they've
watching
legalised
NBA.
meth. I don't know if you heard that, but
yeah.
I seen the...
I wouldn't... Hey, go on.
So I thought that whole was it ACT
yeah.
accepted
Legalised
marijuana and shit.
Yeah, you can grow up.
Yeah.
Proper Donnies.
Yeah, how much was it? You're allowed 50 grams?
Yeah, something like that. 3 plants. No, not 50 grams. 50... Wait.
Yeah, it was 50 grams.
For personal use.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and then I think you're allowed 2 or 3 plants.
So what's that? It's like 2 ounces.
50
I don't know. You probably...
grams? Is that
Well,
what
Depends
28 grams is an ounce, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, you're looking at like just under 2 ounces.
But forgive me if I'm wrong, but I swear back in the day you're allowed to own a plant.
I thought this as well, like if you were on a certain size of land.
Yeah, it
You
was
could
like
have-
1 plant per person or something. That's what I thought it was.
I mean, it definitely...
Or was that just an
Should be.
excuse?
I don't know.
that
It
people-
could be, man. But I swear
That's just
that
what
was
your
a
dad
rule.
told you when you were a kid to keep your
Yeah,
mouth shut.
Yeah, yeah.
And we're allowed then.
No, probably.
Yeah, no shit.
Yeah, I swear Jade might have had one. I don't
Here you
know.
go, max of 4 plants. And be also on top of the plants, be allowed possession of up to 50 grams dry.
I
Or
can't. I was going to
150
say I
grams
can't read
wet,
any of that. Can you read that? Oh, here we go.
Yeah, I
This
can,
is
yeah.
more my liking. January
Fucking
31st,
hell, this is like
2020.
the top line on an eye test.
You don't even want to talk about eye test.
So is that only over East or what?
Yeah,
It's just in AC2.
yeah. But it's a step.
It is a step.
Unless they turn around and just get rid of it, and then it doesn't happen.
Well, I feel like it would just be the same thing as like America, that they'll just fucking bring it in, tax the fucking shit out of it, and then...
Yeah, okay.
Because America has like paid off heaps of their fucking debt from it.
Don't move the thing, Robin. Like, some of these articles, this is where we should be going. The danger of hustle porn and the dark side of a job on the side. Fucking the next article, I'm not okay, mate.
Yeah, I was
How
just
a
reading
cold
that
shower led Ron to uncover a problem with his finances.
That's
because
ridiculous.
he forgot to pay his gas bill.
Yeah. Don't click on them though, because there might be viruses.
Would you read a novel?
Yeah, I was going to say, what's that? 150 grams of wet cannabis.
Yeah, what is wet cannabis?
Will also
just
be allowed to
before
be
you
in
hang it
possession
to
of
dry.
up to 50...
So it's like when it's off the plant.
So you can dry up to 150 grams of weed, but you're only allowed possession of 50. So you have to
Yeah,
sell.
but
So what's
it
like the
loses
conversion?
weight when it dries.
Yeah,
That's
what's
why
the
people
conversion?
fly spray their bud and shit,
Yeah, that makes
because
a lot
it
more
wets
sense.
it and it weighs
What's the
more.
conversion? Your hand is so close to me.
Not really.
What's the conversion from like 150 grams of wet to
Well, 50 grams? I don't know. Like, I guess maybe that's...
100 grams, you mean?
Well, it's obviously 100, yeah. You know.
Yeah.
Well, it wouldn't
Supposedly.
make sense
So
that
if-
you can
So like
have
1 gram would be
150
like...
grams wet, but then you dry it out and you have to just throw some of it away to get down to 50 grams. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
But then why would they give you that option? Wouldn't they just say 50 grams dry, regardless?
Yeah, unless the conversion is 100 grams, and when you dry 150 grams of
But then it's
wet
like...
shit, it's
Alright,
50.
so you got 50 grams of dry, or you're allowed 150 grams of wet. If you sell sticks of wet, and you're selling them a gram a stick, you got 150 sticks.
I mean,
Or
that's
you got
still
50.
highly illegal.
Well, yeah, but still.
But it even
Yeah.
says here, cultivating cannabis through a Canberra winter isn't easy. And it also...
Yeah, they've just put it in the shittest place. as well.
Amendments suggested by the Greens to allow the cultivation of hydroponic cannabis were voted down.
So what's the go with like Nimbin?
So it's
It's like-
more medicinal. They're trying to.
Oh, it's
They're
even
trying
spun.
to push it towards like medicinal shit.
Yeah, but then you can't grow hydroponic, so it's like you could only...
Yeah.
Oh,
Grow
yeah, I
bushes.
don't know enough about growing.
Yeah,
Like,
I'm
the
not.
Commonwealth laws quash Canberra's cannabis, whatever that is.
Yeah, I think the deal with Nimbin is it's like, it's still illegal.
Yeah,
I think
but
they're
that's what I
cracking
mean.
down on it more now. But
That's
I'm
what I
not.
mean. Like, if they're so open about it, and you know that what's going on there. Like, I don't know.
But I think as
Then
well,
again,
it's
we
a
don't
little-
live there, so they might be getting raided like every fucking 6 months.
The
or
cops
something.
do pester them, I think, but they it's also like just a little town in the middle of fucking nowhere,
Yeah.
really. So it's like if you went to Fuck Me Gingin or something, and like cunts were just hustling sticks around, and it wasn't that hard to get bud. Like you could imagine it, because who's
Yeah.
up there to?
Do you want to make that your phone home screen? Did you ever have a weed plant as your phone home
No,
screen?
and I never wore socks with a
No.
weed plant on.
Oh yeah, no, fuck that. But I think I had multiple phone home screens that were like just a half naked girl with tattoos smoking a joint, and it was all just smoke in the air. Fuck yeah,
Oh,
boy.
That's
That was
The
the
equivalent
shit.
of a unit T-shirt.
Yeah,
Pretty much
basically.
it.
And like on the Nokias, when you used to get the themes, and you could download like a
Yeah,
Nike
yeah.
theme, and it changed all your icons, so like Nike.
MySpace.
Yeah.
It's like the simplest shit now.
My MySpace was Lacoste. I would have been a fucking Eshe back in the day.
Don't say
Cunts
that
would have
word.
fucking loved my MySpace page.
Is that still a thing or what? The cunt's still using
MySpace.
MySpace or?
Oh no, I
a
think
bit
MySpace
outdated.
sold to fucking Facebook or some shit.
No, it's still. I think it's still going. Look it up, Robin. I'm pretty sure it's still going. And I think the last time I checked, it was like purely for music, but I can't imagine anyone to use it. For
Yeah, because you
music.
can have like music and shit playing on your wall. Like,
Yeah, playlists and shit.
Mm.
And it's just my with a underscore space, I think. Oh, see, they aren't using it. I don't think is it the same as what it was? It looks complete. It looks like a news thing.
Yeah.
a website.
I'm sure this is the right thing, Robin.
Yeah. It's more of like a Twitter now.
Yeah, that's weird.
Yeah, that is weird. Yeah, I was going to say apparently Coldplay Is this our new go-to website? Apparently
Experimental
Coldplay are
new
releasing new songs and shit. What does it say? Is it still going or is it sold or what?
Oh, since what, January? June, is it?
Yeah, fuck knows. I don't know. Yeah, so I had an exam today.
I don't go.
It was alright. We were allowed a page of notes, so I felt pretty confident. And then it got to the end, and there was like a fucking 3-page question. And I did 1 page thinking it was at the end of the exam, and then just as I was going through, checking everything, realised there was still 2 pages to go, where I had to draw like a table and a graph, like representing this data shit they gave us.
No, it's just science.
Yeah. By this point I was over it, and I was like one of 6 people that was still in the fucking room after 2 hours, and I thought, I started thinking this is fucking easy, and then at some point I just got overlapped by everyone else and was like one of the last dudes in there. But I needed 16 marks to pass, so should be alright. I've had 2 distinctions, boy.
Why are you doing like science exams though for your
Well,
unit?
it's science exam, but it's more of like why you teach it and like why it's important to teach it.
Yeah, so like
So it's more like content shit. Like one of the questions was like, what's an alternative conception? Do you know what an alternative conception is?
Are we talking about babies?
Hey?
Or is that contraception? No.
Yeah, alternative contraception. Either have a kid or don't. No, it's fucking. So like, an alternative conception is like.
A different way of getting something across, maybe?
No, it's just like kids. Like you grow up sort of thinking one thing happens. I'm trying to think of like a good example. It's like saying, oh, fucking ice turns to water because it's hot. And it's like, yeah, it does, but you don't, that's not scientifically why.
It's saying something happens, but it's not giving any information as to why it happens.
Yeah. Trying to think of a better example. That was a pretty shit example.
Puberty.
But yeah,
Very
it's
good
pretty.
one.
Hey, yeah.
Either a really good one or a really bad one, depending on.
But yeah, it was shit
Why
like
is
that.
this happening to my body? More relatable to kids too, so I thought, you know. Throw that one out
Just put Big Mouth on.
Yeah.
there. I've sorted.
Yeah, that's pretty trippy though. But I suppose they like
It's just like
anyone
learning
can
shit from
stand
TV.
in front of a class of kids and go an hour, maybe without them all killing themselves, but to actually put shit to them in a way that they're going to learn.
I guess it could be like, you could go, oh, how a baby's born, and a kid, because they've watched Dumbo. No, not Dumbo. Is it Dumbo where the kids get dropped off by the stork? It is, eh?
Oh, I don't think I've seen it.
Yeah, that's... Oh, I don't know if it's Dumbo, but there's a movie that happens.
Yeah. But it's like saying, oh, how a baby's born, and the kid goes, oh, they get dropped off by a stork. It's like, they don't. No, I think that's a shit example. That's not... Forget everything I just said. I probably failed my exam.
It's hard to explain.
Yeah.
It is pretty hard to explain.
Yeah.
Fucking, what was I going to say? Did you hear about, so this is something you can bring up. Did you hear about, this actually leads to 2 things. One thing that me and Robin mentioned the other day, but did you hear about that African dude who ran a marathon in under 2 hours?
Yeah, fucking... I mean...
Bro, look him up and look at his name, because it's the first thing I noticed. I forgot where he's from, but just look up new marathon world record.
Jeez, man. But how? What do you mean by marathon? Like, how far is a marathon?
What is a marathon? It's like 46 miles or some shit, eh?
So for starters, I don't think I could make that in a car in 2 hours. I mean, definitely could, but what the fuck?
Yeah, there he is. Bro, look at his name.
What's his name? I can't
Zoom in. His name is Elliot, but it's not Elliot, it's Eliud. Eliud. It's basically the African version of Elliot.
What's his second name?
Kipchoge.
Kipchoge. Eliud Kipchoge.
Elliot.
Yeah, look at that. Ran a marathon
Let's
in
go.
less than 2 hours. 1 hour, 59 minutes, 40 seconds. 26 miles, there you go.
So what's that, like 12 Ks?
No, it's more than that.
Oh, it's like 50.
Yeah.
What, 26.2?
26.2 miles. Convert it, Robin. It's about, I'd say it's about 60 Ks.
Look, it was the first thing that came up to
Yeah.
all these cunts of Googled it trying to figure out how far he ran.
42 Ks, there you go.
Shit, son.
42 Ks.
That's, I mean, it
in
is a
less than
lot,
2
but
hours.
at the same time, it's a achievable distance.
Yeah, to run it, not under 2 hours.
Do you reckon you could run from Midland to Bullsbrook in 2 hours? Because I reckon
mean-
that's probably less than 40 Ks. It's like
That is
25,
about 40
I think,
Ks, isn't
eh?
it, though? I feel like it is 40 Ks. Don't look that up, but look up average marathon speed.
Why is a marathon 26.2 miles?
Good question. I think that's because it was like the first person to do it ran that. Hey? 5 minutes to do a K on average. 5.5 minutes to do a K. So 4 hours average. Does that say 4 hours? The 4 hour marathon, or am I tripping? Yeah.
Well, covers the first half.
So
Yeah.
he's already done it in half.
Yeah.
In an hour. In almost 2 hours for half a marathon. So this cunt's almost doubled
Mm.
the average.
That's wild.
That's nuts. And when he finished, he didn't even look like he was like. It looked like he could have carried on going. I feel like at that point, once you've kind of trained yourself to get to that, I feel like your body would just keep. It's just going to keep carrying you. Your legs are just going to fucking go into
Yeah, pretty
autopilot,
much. Yeah.
and then you wouldn't be able to walk for fucking a week after that.
I don't know, man. I've come across some fucking runners in my day, like cross countries and shit. Like,
Yeah, well, this
Some
is
dudes
this is
are
what's
hectic.
leading me on to the next thing that Robin fucking mentioned the other day. So I can't remember how we got onto it, but he mentioned how everyone. What were we talking about? But he mentioned how everyone used to take their shoes off. Oh no, that's right. We're on about like whether or not it's better for your feet to run barefoot. Because I was saying I want to go running around the oval. And we were trying to figure out, I said that I need to get some running shoes. And he's like, nah, just take your shoes off. Just run around barefoot. It's better for your feet. So we Googled it. And it says that it like strengthens your feet. And it can like strengthen your balance and all this sort of shit. But obviously running shoes are more comforting so you prevent injuries. But he was saying like, well, why do like, when you're in primary school and you're doing cross country and shit and like athletics, every kid takes their shoes off when they run a race. It's like the first thing you do as a kid, if you're running a fucking race,
yeah.
everyone goes barefoot.
When you also think we've had like 800,000 years of evolution running barefoot, like our feet would be made for it, and it's only been in the last like couple of 100 years that because of the design of shoes.
I mean, I think it's more of a comfort thing, really.
Yeah.
If you look, because the cross countries I ran at school and shit, you're not going to do it barefoot. Because
Yeah,
they're
That's
like
what I was thinking,
rock-
step on a stick
Yeah,
or
you
something.
step on,
Yeah.
like, even at Bullsbrook and cunts
Yeah.
stepping on sticks and getting shit fucking straight through their foot.
Yeah,
Like,
fuck that, eh?
yeah, silly. But I mean, on ovals and like, if you're at athletics carnivals running on grass, it's probably more comfortable. You feel, you know, a bit more like agile wearing those shoes, rather
Yeah.
as opposed to having something weigh you down.
Plus,
Yeah.
when you're a kid, like, I remember playing footy as a kid, and it was
Yeah.
like, the only time you wore shoes playing footy was if
Yeah.
you were playing a game. Otherwise, even at school and shit, like, taking your shoes off to kick the footy and...
Do you want to
It just
look up,
hurts your foot, man. I'm kicking
wanna
a wet
look up
footy.
if-
Yeah, yeah.
Robin, do you want to look up
Fuck
if
that.
English people have got more sensitive feet? This is a true thing.
Oh, shit.
Because I grew up,
Because
obviously,
you've
in a
been
colder...
standing on the shoulders of every other
Oh,
ethnicity
shut
for
the
the whole
fuck up.
time.
I mean,
No,
to be
because-
fair, like I know a lot of people that can walk around on gravel and that sort of shit. I've wore shoes my whole
Yeah.
I
life.
used to be like that
I can't
when I
do
was
that
a
anymore.
kid.
You can't.
But
No, I can't walk on rocks. and
Because
shit.
the thing is, right, I look at it as I grew up in a colder environment, therefore always had shoes or socks on, and would very rarely be outside barefoot.
Yeah.
Over here, it's a lot hotter, so then kids are running around barefoot.
Yeah, strengthening.
Because, like, my little brothers at my dad's just run around walking and do not flinch whatsoever on, like, Coffee Rock and shit. Just no, it's like they have no feeling whatsoever. If I'm on Coffee Rock, I'm, like, fucking tiptoeing as slow as possible.
But when you were younger, like, you probably... Just being a kid, it's not the first thing you do is put your shoes on, so naturally you just probably have...
Country with the most sensitive feet.
I'm sort of curious to find out.
And feet are hell hard to clean, man. You want clean feet because you don't want to have to fucking, scrub your feet.
But like hard skin, I feel like Aussies have just got hard skin. I almost said the worst thing just then.
Let's find out who's got the weakest feet though.
Sorry, you are.
Yeah, no, growing up, man,
feet.
everyone was wearing no shoes. Like, even, I grew up
Australia.
on a bush block, Always shoes on.
You always had shoes on.
Always.
So that's weird because you grew up in Bullsbrook. Like, I feel like that's not the Bullsbrook way.
Yeah, there's places in Australia where students often attend school barefoot.
Yeah.
Known as earthing. It's called not wearing shoes. It's that fucking simple.
I could imagine it's probably
Earthing-
something to do with, like, culture that way.
Yeah, but why would you
Yeah, it
call
says
it
like
earthing?
island lifestyle.
Yeah.
Earthing should be the term used to describe planting trees.
Well, now... yeah. Or just when you connect something with electricity.
Yeah, but definitely not walking barefoot, because walking barefoot's how you describe that.
Well, if you're looking at the countries, like obviously UK and United States are at the bottom, but the countries at the top, India, I could imagine because it's low economic status, kind of a lot of third world, probably can't afford shoes, therefore the feet are harder. Australia, culture comes into it. Africa, culture would definitely come into it. New Zealand, probably the same. We're not getting into that topic.
I don't know, man. I use my feet every day. If I was walking around barefoot, I'd probably be a bit sore.
Yeah.
I like having my feet in good condition, I guess.
Yeah.
God, look, I just imagine you getting home after work, stripping down, you've
What
got
is
one
it?
of those foot spas all mums have.
I like
Yeah.
comfy feet. I hate walking around barefoot, man.
Or just a fish tank. Have you done them in Bali? You've definitely
Nah,
done.
I haven't.
Oh, you've not?
Nah.
You've been to Bali, though, right?
I've been to Bali, but I don't go get my feet
Did you do
eaten
it?
by fish.
Did you do it? In Thailand or wherever you went?
Nah.
Did you do it in Bali? Get your feet ate by fish.
But again, I got sensitive feet, so I'm always wearing my shoes.
It
Let it
tickles.
have something fucking nibble on my feet. Would
Yeah,
probably
it tickles.
Plus, what
heaps,
if you
but
fall
it sorta
asleep?
feels
Like,
good.
who's telling the fish to stop? You just wake up and there's
Well, they
just
only
bone.
eat dead skin. So if you put your feet in and you don't have dead skin, they won't go to it. Also, how did they find that out? Like little piranhas. Little podiatrist
I know.
piranhas. Do you want to look up which thing it does that do binding? That feet binding shit, and they fucking... It's not... I don't think it's torture. I think it's like... And they strap up the feet to like crush all the bones.
Oh, man.
I think it's like
hate all that
Japan or
shit.
China
Why-
or something.
And why do they do that?
Yeah, I can't remember why they did it. It's only women though, I think.
Probably to fit in some shoes they want to wear out or something.
Oh, I thought it
Yeah,
was
women
like
do
maybe
that every time.
Oh!
Mm.
Nah, that's fucking gross.
Hey, bruh.
Go
Put
on
that
that.
video
Go
on.
on that.
Watch
Yeah.
the video.
Go on
Fuck
that.
yeah.
Dude, that's fucked.
Let's see it in graphic
Bro,
detail.
that is fucked up.
Just make sure there's no sound.
Well, can you grab that controller?
No, it's
Or just
fine.
mute it on the computer, Robin.
I already did.
Yo.
Yeah, there's no sound. Why is she
isn't
doing
she wearing
it?
socks?
They
She's got
are
to
a socks.
custom make her socks every morning.
They are a socks.
What the fuck?
See, like, I hate wearing footy shoes, and looking at that, it's like,
Yeah.
Bound
starters-
over and over
Uncomfortable.
again until
Buy a
they're broken.
beanie. Don't wear a kettle fucking
Okay,
warmer.
so they do it over and over again.
Went outside
to
to stand in the
break the
snow because my
bones.
feet were burning. So how does she walk around?
Because she's a hard cunt.
I just want to know why they do it.
Yeah.
Just cause.
Oh, this would be telling us. Turn it up a little bit, Robin. We don't monetize shit, so it should be
practice
sweet.
of the foot binding.
Look at that. It's a
Don't.
fucking pig's hoof.
Look at that, man.
Little stumps.
She has kept 2 pairs of shoes. These were actually 2
Alright,
Yeah, that's alright. Couldn't stop crying because of the pain. It was unbearable. She's still crying 70 years later.
How old is she?
Oh, there you go.
24-year-old's feet are badly deformed.
I don't want to see this shit.
What do they do?
Parents.
To have small feet.
Oh!
Each toe
She's got the same feet as Mike Wazowski.
Oh!
tightening up the sole of the foot to create a single
What the fuck? Parents said that...
Yes, fuck though.
Bro, that is so
Every time
fucked up.
she takes a step, she's
Alright, turn it off.
stepping on
Turn
one
it
of her
off.
toes. What the
Well, I wouldn't even
Fuck.
consider it a toe though. All the bones are broken.
Oh,
it's
it's
more
a
of just
toe.
it's more of just like all the flabby skin and shit that is just compressed and gone hard.
So they just do it to have small feet.
Yeah. Apparently they don't get they won't get married if they got big feet.
I mean, really though?
Yeah.
That's fucked.
An attractive
Find
quality.
a bigger person.
Fuck yeah, they're sexy feet, man. Love a good squash
They'd be
foot.
sexier if they were half the size of a normal human foot and your toes were tucked under your fucking heel.
That is
Yeah,
so
it's pretty
fucking rank, man.
Yep, put that one in the bin.
It was banned in 1912.
That's
Some
pretty fucked.
continue binding their feet in secret. So it's like
Yeah,
they're not
they
even
do
allowed to do it
choice.
anymore, but people still do it.
That's whack.
Yeah, that's just fucked up.
As if foot couldn't be any worse looking, like, and they do it to have attractive qualities.
Yeah, I know. Eh?
Yeah.
Like what? I don't understand that whole feet, like foot fetish bullshit.
Nah, that's
Yeah.
for starters. Don't like ever since we mentioned it, bro. That whole thing within the porno and the bitch had dirty feet. Oh, sorry, the
The porno.
woman had dirty feet. But it was like now that's the first thing I notice. If I start watching porn, a bird's got dirty feet. It's like nah, next. I can't
Yeah.
have. You either haven't showered or you haven't cleaned the house. But either way,
Walking around on dusty floors.
yeah.
Fucking yeah, she's probably got dirty knees as well and hands because that.
Mm.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Should we fucking look up a hectic video? Because I gotta.
Do you reckon e-fucked is still a thing? Did you ever go on e-fucked?
Yeah,
What's that?
I didn't go. Well, I got put onto it by someone, but I wasn't.
Wait, Google it. Is it still a thing?
Get shut down.
Yeah,
What is
I was
it?
gonna say probably. I don't think it is a
I
thing
mean, it
anymore.
sounds bad.
It was
Oh,
just
fuck
like
that.
a porn site, but instead of having all the porn, they had like all when shit
Don't
went wrong.
Google if it's no.
like
Just see.
real fucked up
Google
porn.
if it's still a thing.
They had like a thing on there where a dude would do like a casting couch, but he'd just like shit on birds
Yeah.
and just
Yeah. No, I don't
It
look
was
that up.
bad. It was like we watched it at Gary's and I felt very uncomfortable. It was like borderline.
there you go. It's still a thing.
Oh
Adult
my
humour.
God. I don't think I do want to
A
actually.
spirited brunch at Del Taco.
Nah. Let's not watch it.
Yeah, let's not watch any of it.
Look at that. Look, orgasm-induced seizures. Fuck that.
So it's basically snuff porn.
Yeah, pretty fucking
Yeah, you
much.
get snuffed.
Does
and
that
then
happen to you?
Start having a spaz. Wait, Nature is Metal. Put that thing on, Robin. Yeah, because this is
No, this is on the
fucking sick.
Instagram.
It was
eh?
on Instagram. Yeah, the Instagram thing that I saved. So basically, Harley put me onto this. It's like a Instagram page with just like wild fucking. Well, it's about nature, but showed me this video, and it's in like a Russian zoo, I think. Oh, a Dutch zoo, over a year ago. And the bears
Are they
and wolves.
hyenas?
No,
Oh, wolves.
brown bears and wolves commonly share enclosures throughout Europe and shit like that. It's just a thing, and normal like there's never been a case of this before. But look at that boy,
I think I've seen this. Actually.
like just getting savaged by 4 bears.
I just missed it.
I don't know. I just
Are
thought
they
that was
eating a wolf?
fucking hectic. Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, they've already killed one, and the other ones are trying to obviously get in there and save it, but these cunts are just fighting over it.
Holy fucking shit.
Yeah, it's pretty
Why are
brutal.
the other wolves even... Oh, shit. They're
Yeah.
gone.
Now imagine if you were the wolf, though. How long you reckon you'd last?
Oh, wait. So this is in a zoo?
Yeah.
That'd be so fucking sick. Imagine being at the zoo and seeing shit like that. Like, what is that wolf doing? You're biting its ass.
Yeah, like it's over, son.
Holy fuck.
Yeah, bears are
That's
fucking
fucking
nothing to be fucked
psycho.
with, though.
That is actually psycho.
Yeah, that's fucking insane. Would you rather have your feet binded or be in the middle of that pack of bears?
I think I'd rather be in the pack of that bears, to be honest.
Yeah, I agree.
Just have it end. I'd rather do that than live with binded feet, that's for sure. At least I wouldn't have to walk after this. Yeah, that's fucking psycho. Holy shit.
So where's this in a Dutch? Is that what it says?
Dutch, a zoo. I nearly said a
It's
prison.
in the red light district in Amsterdam.
Yeah. Yeah, that's insane. Yeah, but this webpage just has heaps of hectic fucking shit of animals killing each other.
And they're put together to challenge each other to play with each other. That makes no
See,
sense.
whoever's in charge of that fucking zoo needs to be in the middle of that, because that just doesn't
Yeah,
make
but what
sense.
they say is, like, they make a point in that thing that
I guess
it's
wolves
common. Like, they do it all in a lot of zoos, and it's the only reported case of it ever happening in a zoo. Normally, they just are two animals that just don't interact when they're near each other, or...
But I mean, what's the outcome of it? Like, you eventually get two animals that can play together. What, you're saving enclosure space?
Well, yeah,
or,
that's...
like,
I suppose the argument is,
would-
what are they doing it
yeah,
for?
like, what are they getting out of it?
I fucking heard a thing, this isn't to do with these animals, but it's to do with insects. Heard a thing yesterday on the radio that they did research, I can't remember what kind, I want to say Sweden. Some, like a country like that, like a European country, did research, and in the last, like, 20 years, the flying insect, like, number, like, population, had decreased by, like, 70-something% in, like, 20 years. And apparently, even in enclosures that they've had around the world where they've, like, used them as, like, research and shit, and it's, like, in a clean environment, no pesticides, whatever, even they've been dying off. And it turns out it's because of farmland and shit around using pesticides and everything. It's still managing to filter, like, into the fucking air.
Yeah, like it doesn't deteriorate.
Yeah,
sort
and
of
it's
thing.
just killing off fucking everything.
Yeah, so that's the same shit that's going on with all the bees and that. Trying to protest using pesticides and that.
Yeah.
Well, isn't it happening with
That's like a
fucking-
big thing in Australia as well, I'm pretty sure.
Isn't it happening with people as well? Like, there's a lot of people who have been trying to get fucking, like, compensation for the fact that they were impacted by pesticides and that
See-
when they were kids before they knew about all the warning labels and shit. Like,
Yeah.
40, 50 years
I
ago.
can imagine shit, even shit like asbestos and stuff, people are probably fucking...
Yeah.
Because anything like that, like any kind of chemical that's just fucking lingering in the air.
Hey, look
It's
at all
got
that shit
fucking-
that happened with Bullsbrook in the fucking RAF base. You know, drinking water and...
Yeah. What
All
was
that
that?
shit.
What got in the
Isn't
water?
that still going on?
I think it was sort of still going. They never really got looked into, but when I was a kid,
It was
man,
just in
it
the
was
village,
like a
eh?
big thing. Yeah, like all the village drinking water. I don't know, heaps of like families were trying to push for like drinking water and stuff because they didn't want to drink the water because it was
Yeah.
like some chemical found in the drinking water.
Yeah.
I can't tell you what it was, but they reckon it was from the airplanes and shit. So
I saw a
some
post
byproduct
about
of
it
fuel, whatever.
not too long ago about all the new section at and balls
Balls-
and that, and saying about like
Fire extinguishers.
if we got
Oh,
to
there you
push
go.
for them to sort the issue because all these people buying houses out there, and they're saying like it's not a good move because you're
Yeah.
buying a house,
Oi.
they're not fixing the water system or whatever. I don't
Yeah.
know.
Yeah, they were basically just protesting, trying to get their water paid for and fucking all that sort of shit because they didn't want to drink the water.
What's that? Chemicals.
Yeah.
Yeah, whatever that the fucking
Fluoroalkyl.
Alcohol.
chemicals that resist heat, oil, stains, and water. Yeah, so it must have been shit from.
Like fire
Yeah,
retardant.
fire,
shit.
yeah.
There you go.
That's
That's
feel
been
like
going on.
forgotten victims.
That was going on since I was a kid, man, and I seen an article not too long ago about it. So, yeah, you could imagine how long it's been going
Well,
for.
Yeah.
that Forgotten Victim ones was only from October last year, so it's obviously probably still happening. I mean,
I was going to
it was a
say,
year
it's
ago.
not even a rural town anymore. Like, Bullsbrook's that fucking big, and there's that much shit going out there now. It won't be long before it's almost like a complete reboot of the place.
Which is a crazy thought.
Yeah, there you go. This is completely off topic, but did you see? Oh, you probably wouldn't have seen it, but there was
Contamination scandal.
all that racist shit that happened. England were playing Bulgaria, and they had like the Bulgarian fans were like yelling out racist chants to like the English players, and you could hear it like on the TV, and people were like calling up and complaining and all that sort of shit, and they ended up stopping the game, and they kicked out fucking. We'll have to look up the number of them, but they kicked out fucking heaps of like fans. And apparently they were like waiting for them, like all surrounding the stadium was just like forest, sort of like just open area kind of shit.
Who is it?
Bulgaria. Just go Bulgaria,
There's a bit of shit going on
racism.
in
or
Bulgaria at the moment.
Where the fuck is Bulgaria?
It's next to like Romania. Where's Romania? It's like
Yeah, man,
it's
it's in
like
Pennsylvania.
it's like Eastern Europe.
So what?
But yeah, basically, like the fans were yelling shit at the players and like yelling out, like singing racist
At
fucking
the
chants and shit. at the
Own
game.
players or?
Who
No,
were
the
they
English
playing?
Players.
English, yeah.
So England were playing Bulgaria, and they were like yelling out all this shit. But because it's apparently that bad, what was the score? They beat them like by a shitload. Yeah, but the
6-0.
because it's that bad, they were fucking like half of the stadium. So you had like all Bulgaria over here, and then these two bits were just
Yeah.
empty. Like they weren't allowing anyone to sit in between, basically, so no one could like get at each other. And as soon as it happened, the fucking CEO or the chairman or whatever of like the Bulgarian fucking football association resigned like straight away. Yeah, that's the video I watched. Look at that. Oi. That looks fucking sick, eh? Oh, this is
That's
too
you,
long of a
mate.
video. Just, yeah. Yes, this is pretty much of where I watched from. But it was a bit more of like a shortened thing. But
Fuck.
yeah, see, like they've
Jesus.
like blocked off all of that so no one could get there, and they've done the same on the other side.
What, ahead of time?
Yeah.
Why is that just because?
So they're all Bulgarian fans, and there was Bulgarian fans on the other side as well. But throughout the whole game, they were just like chanting shit, and it was picking it up on the radio, on the TV. Yeah, you may as well just turn this off, Robin, because it's just too long of a video. But they ended up kicking out. They stopped the game, and it shows you them kicking out like fucking. I think it was like 80 like ultras, like hooligans. And then right at the end, yeah, they had to walk through like all this shit, and it was all like guarded off by police and everything.
So what, Bulgarians
So like no one
are
could get
just rowdy fuckers or?
Yeah, turn off now. Robin. I have no idea. I think I have no idea. It must just be like an ongoing thing that's over there at the moment. Just a lot of hatred towards fucking other countries and whatnot.
Yeah.
But yeah.
You hear about Elton John?
No.
What he came out and said about Michael Jackson? That's one of the Facebook ones, Robin.
No.
Basically came out and
Sucks
said,
his dick.
well,
Hey?
labels him as genuinely mentally ill, and then goes on to say, I don't mean that in like a happy-go-lucky sort of way. I mean like he was seriously fucking...
Well, that's like a lot of the speculation behind it all, isn't it? That, I mean, I think we've spoken about it before, but that's why he got accused of certain things that... Not so much why he got accused, but more of like why it could be possible. Because he was
why
fucking...
people might believe it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna steal that up here.
Yeah, so
What's that
he's
say?
Oh, Wacko Jacko.
Wacko Jacko.
he gradually changed over the years, stating his belief that the musician was genuinely mentally ill in the years leading up to his death. And then, is there more? I think he said some
Great song.
So he touches, in the memoir, he touches on his own addiction to drugs, yada, explains his mental state gradually deteriorated. Say it again. I've known Michael since he was 13 or 14, the most adorable kid. But at some point in the intervening years, he started sequestering himself away from the world and away from reality the way Elvis Presley did.
Yeah, but was Elvis Presley...
Mentally.
Well,
Yeah.
Elvis Presley was on a lot of drugs, though, and like it says there, God knows what prescription drugs he was being pumped full of, but every time I saw him in the later years, I came away thinking the poor guy had totally lost his marbles. I don't mean that in a light-hearted way. He couldn't seem to cope with adult company at all, which again is like stuff people already know, but I suppose coming from someone like Elton John's mouth, because a lot of people write it off as like, oh,
You'd like
Michael
to come
Jackson
from
was
Elton
just...
John's
But what do you reckon he means by like...
Don't you reckon?
What? Sorry.
He'd love to come from Elton John's mouth.
Had to do it, didn't you?
Anyway, what do you reckon he means by couldn't seem to cope with adult company at all?
Well,
Like
that's-
he's not mature enough to deal with adults. Like he's that mentally.
No, well, that's the
Yeah.
whole thing is that like he apparently was not I was almost said euthanized.
Oh, sterilised or whatever.
Yeah, he had his
chemically...
he castrated.
That's the one.
Apparently, he was chemically castrated. Or there's like
That's a theory. I
Con-
think.
yeah, there's a theory that he was oh my god, chemically
castrated.
castrated
Yeah.
because his voice, because of how famous he was at such a young age and the iconic voice that he had. Apparently, his dad did it or whatever, or organised to get it done or whatever, so that when his like balls dropped and voice broke, he wouldn't
change,
lose
yeah.
what he had.
Isn't Jermaine...
And then because
not
of
Jermaine.
that,
That's the
fucking-
wackest thing ever.
because of that, it basically meant that like his like hormones and all that sort of shit didn't develop. So then he basically didn't like you were saying, he
Didn't
didn't
age.
mature. Yeah, he didn't mature into an adult. He was kind of stuck at that like younger
Kid brain.
thing, and that's why obviously a lot of the people that he hung out with were 10-year-old boys.
It's
I
sort of
love
a
fucking
thing
Michael
that-
Jackson, but a lot of it is weird.
It's sort of a thing that his dad was like a piece of shit too, eh?
Yeah, he was abused and shit when he was a kid.
So
he
the
lost he lost his
theory-
virginity at 9 years old.
Yeah, and didn't
Like-
he used to like sleep in the same room that his brothers would be fucking in and shit
Yeah.
when he was like a kid and
Yeah.
just weird.
Well, just imagine being that famous, like in that era as well,
Trying to cope
where there
with
was like,
everything.
yeah, when there wasn't really any kind of like rules and regulations. It was just whatever
And even-
went.
Even the fucking prescription drugs thing like that. There's
Wouldn't
it's
have
only been the
that much
last
scientific.
few years that people have started to really become aware of the danger of opioid use and shit.
Yeah, yeah.
So he's probably getting prescribed the hardest shit going and...
Yeah, no shit, eh?
Well, and his doctor got fucking done for killing him, didn't he? Like,
I don't know if he got done. I think he got accused. propofol,
Yeah, well, it was
Yeah, benzodiazepine.
manslaughter or something. Like he accidentally overdosed him or
benzodiazepine.
whatever.
So that's pretty much what I'm on.
It's not like anxiety shit.
It's sleeping tablets, I think. 2009, man. 10 years ago. Oh, there you go.
Wild.
So his personal physician convicted.
But when does the story end though? That's
Yeah.
still fucking.
What did
I know,
Michael
it's just-
Jackson died on? Why did Michael Jackson's doctor kill him?
Some of the questions, man. Even that, look, Michael Jackson was a drug addict. That was from 2013.
Michael Jackson died.
Oh.
This is funny as shit.
Oh, I saw Bumblebee today.
The
Any
movie.
good?
Nah, the car.
Yeah.
Like, fucking...
Any good?
It was at the fucking petrol station. This cunt had a full-blown Chevrolet fucking... What is it, Silverado? No, that's a Ute.
Camaro, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it is Camaro, yeah. All yellow, black stripes, I think. Or, like, just black sort of exterior decal on it. And, yeah, the number plate was Bumblebee. I was actually thinking about this. What's the dumbest number plate you've ever seen?
Jeepers.
Jeep? Was it on a Jeep?
Fucking.
Hey, it was a Jeep, yeah.
Oh, man. No,
I
it
saw
wasn't that.
one on the way here that was Perthling.
Oh, is this what you were fucking on about?
I wanted to show you.
Is this the Lambo?
Yeah.
What
yeah, man,
the
I've seen this
fuck?
today.
Is that a
I did
Lambo
see this.
SUV?
Perth,
Yeah.
Perth in Como.
In your old residence.
Holy shit, that actually looks like it's fucking...
Because
is
it
that- Is that all of my clothes and my guitar out the front of the house? Go up. What's the headline?
$350,000 car,
Perth.
man.
Perth cop car and 350 grand Lamborghini allegedly damaged by 14-year-old driver in stolen Subaru.
How'd he steal it? Like, where'd he steal it from?
Break and entering.
Fuck
Stole the
yeah.
key.
That's fucking... For starters, commitment. But... Is
That's-
that a cop
that-
car? That's not a cop car.
Maybe it's a decop.
No, that was his car that he stole.
The Subaru.
And hit the Lambo.
Wait, what the fuck was the... Oh, he hit the Lambo.
It stole the Subaru, hit the Lambo.
That Lambo is brand new as well, eh? Them SUVs only just came out. Well, I mean, it said 350 grand. That whoever that, like the parents of that kid, are fucked.
Mm.
Worth them all down.
Paying that shit off. You'll be paying that shit off for the rest of your life. Forget a fucking mortgage.
Yeah, that's depressing. For him.
The worst part about it as well is that he'll go to juvie, and that's it. Probably won't be allowed his license for a few years.
Probably won't even, though. I mean, he might.
14 is like
Yeah.
almost like just slap him on the wrist. But then again, if it's a break and enter and he stole keys and stole the car, then he's not fucking around. It's not like he took his parents' car out trying to be fucking rebellious. It's like he knew what he was
Yeah.
doing.
If you're 14, calm down.
Yeah. So when was that? Today or yesterday?
Last night.
Last night. In Como, fucking hell.
Imagine just pulling out in the Gets and just getting smacked by a Subaru.
That's just...
Imagine
You just see
being-
a 14-year-old boy hop out in the driver's seat.
And just give it
No
legs.
Just start running, yeah.
Yeah. Hiding in a bush.
It's you, though, from your younger
Yeah.
years, and then it turns out you're Bruce Willis in Looper. Great film.
Yeah, that whole thing of like coming back to bite you on the ass sort of shit
Well, that's...
from that stuff you did.
what's the word? The consequences of your actions.
Yeah.
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 Did you want to fucking talk about that pirate shit, or should we not bother?
We definitely can. I mean,
Yeah. I mean, it's music related.
yeah.
Did you hear about it, Josh?
What's his?
Do you know who Pile Rats are? It's like a news blog sort of thing. Basically, there was like a bit of an uproar last couple of days because they put up an article naming, it was like Perth artists that were putting Perth music on the map, sort of thing.
Perth hip hop.
Perth hip hop on the map. But there was an uproar because it was like, I think it was maybe like 5 or 6 people.
I feel like there was more than that.
When I went
So
through
it's
it, I
like a
only saw
website,
6.
like a blog.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they'd done an article, and it was about people, Perth hip hop putting it on the map, all that sort of thing. But there was a big uproar because there were people that weren't on it, that people thought should have been on it, like complete cogs. Everyone was saying Downside and Draft, but in the article they do mention Downside and Draft, but they were focusing on the next gen. But
Such as, like,
yeah, well, the only
give me an
people-
example of
the
who
only
they
people that were
promoting.
on there that you would know are Shadow and High Class.
Yeah.
Shadow and High Class were on there, and then there was JC, which we were going through earlier. I don't think you were there. I was showing Deezy before. And this, I don't know how you pronounce it. I don't know if it's T-Soko or Soko or something. And then I think there was like 1 or 2 people I hadn't heard of. But by the sounds of it, most of the people were like guys that no one had heard of. And I think it was more of an uproar because it was like, I guess the people that should have been mentioned weren't on there, even though they are definitely the biggest, like Complete for starters.
Yeah. I think it comes down to that thing we spoke about the, what's it called? The content and all that stuff. And like, you know, Cog should have been mentioned in there, Complete, dudes like that. Greasy. The list is fucking endless.
But like, how well known is it? That's the thing too. Because it's probably like a close-knit friends group of like some dude that's just decided to do a blog, you know?
Yeah, well, it's been going on for ages. Like, I've seen them going around for a while. And I think they do have like quite a decent following. Super Ego are on there as well, which I'd heard of as well. They used to be called Pow Negro, and now they're called Super Ego. They're not too bad. It's pretty like out there, but it's like a live band, like a 5-piece live band sort of situation, which is pretty dope. I give them props. But yeah, like I don't know. Like High Class commented on it saying that, you know, they're trying to showcase the diversity of the music that we've got and that we can compete with over East artists and that kind of thing, which I guess is fair enough, especially when that's the in thing. But yeah, I don't know.
I suppose it's just the thing that like there's so many guys like we just rattled off then who that sort of like publication or whatever or promotion would be the thing that they need to get them over the line, like.
Yeah.
But no big blogger or anyone like that is ever going to do a fucking
just the numbers,
article on people like that to get their names out there that little bit extra.
I think the numbers as well probably come from like just online. You know what I mean? Like with SoundCloud rappers and shit. It's like some artists now could never perform a live show ever. Yeah. But if they have a hit that fucking blows up on SoundCloud, their first gig could be fucking Coachella. You know what I mean? Like,
very true.
And I think that's why there was an uproar, especially from like the kind of Perth Aussie hip hop scene, because of that reason. Like there were people that were put in this article as like the guys putting Perth on the map, but you know aren't necessarily doing fucking gigs every weekend or whatever.
Or those guys are doing it because those guys that we mentioned sort of made it possible for them. I don't know, like there was guys. But again, they mentioned Downside and Draft and shit, so I don't know.
Yeah, that On that note as well, that hip opera thing airs soon. Not airs, but it's
Oh,
like out
Iceland?
soon. Yeah. Have you seen that?
No.
Optimus, I think Layla,
Yeah.
and like maybe 2 other people. But they've called it hip opera, and it's Iceland is like what the play's called. But they're
Yeah.
doing like a live
Live band.
opera play
Yeah.
thing.
That's cool.
So they're like in character and acting, but obviously rapping or whatever instead of singing.
About the impacts of methamphetamine and
Yeah, I saw a
Apparently
photo.
they've got,
Did you see the photo of it? And Optimus must be like an ice king, like a meth king or something, because he's like all like painted up, like face paint. He's got like a crown, but he looks like a meth head, like
Yeah.
they've like put makeup on him and shit.
it would be like interesting to see.
It's
just-
cool, man, because they're trying to bring like a diversity of rap
Yeah,
Yeah.
and explain it at the same
Yeah.
time.
Plus, apparently, Layla's
That's
written
cool.
new songs for it as well. I just want to hear Layla do some rhymes. Do some
That's been a
rhymes.
you fucking would.
Yes, I would, Elliot.
New Cogs.
It's interesting.
He released that track the other day. He's released a new track again today.
Has he?
Yeah.
Do you want to look it up, Robin?
Did you drop the release date for
So
his
letters or something, eh? The one today.
Tex.
Something.
I think it's called Tex.
Yeah, I did see it pop up. I haven't listened.
Go on
to it.
Facebook.
I did save
You're gonna
it.
have to go on your Facebook and just search Cogs.
But that song he released the other day is not too bad. I just getting a bit more into it, you know.
Yeah,
It's good to see him sort of still on his grind.
Yeah, I don't want to fucking whatever that is not healthy. That's a
Oh,
calf
that's
muscle.
what I should have brought up when we were talking about fucking marathons. Dude's leg after a cycling race.
Is that what that is?
Yeah.
That's fucked up.
That looks like a fucking chicken wing from KFC
Yeah, it doesn't look good.
/ vagina. That shit looks fucked.
It looks painful. That's what it,
It
looks
does.
like.
Is it a cramp? Like a permanent cramp or something?
Yeah, I think.
I
so.
think so. Like, that looks like when they have the pictures of humans without the skin on in, like, a
Yeah.
fucking doctor's or whatever, and you just see
I
all the
honestly couldn't
muscles
think of
and
anything
tendon.
more painful than that. If that is a cramp, I don't even know what you do to get out of that.
That's definitely some kind of spasm, like muscle spasm.
Yeah.
What would you do? Like,
I don't think you could do anything. For starters, look how tanned his leg is. Gayest thing I've ever said. Shout out Cogs. I don't know if you're listening, but on that note, I spoke to Cogs. You might want to come on, Josh, because he's keen.
Is he?
that'd
Yeah.
be dope.
That'd be mad.
Yeah,
Fuck
just
yeah.
got to sort out a date. But yeah, I'm keen as fuck. It'd be sick. Yeah, it's that one, Just Text.
Wanna play it?
Is that it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Skip into like the middle of it.
Crank that shit up, boy.
I'm nothing if only you knew how I've grown up. If only you knew how I felt with that belt around my throat without help from my own blood. But I'm dead inside and I hope that I'm meant to rise to new heights. I try to do right, my life's a new start and I am too tired fighting this stress has left some new mileage. Yet I move silent, hide my missteps and let the truth rise. I find that in depth the best of you's timeless. Life and regrets are dead when you die. Like, what? Life and regrets are dead when you die, yeah. Life and regrets are dead when you die. You I tell her it's just text. Why? I tell her it's just text. She texting me though. You I tell her we just friends. Lies. I tell her we just friends, but everybody knows that I flirt with death. Me and her connect. I get service. She returns my text. I get her. She gets me when I'm burning ends, and death nurtures me when I'm curled in bed. You run from her like you run from me. Misunderstood in our company. It's probably why she's in love with me, and we about to meet and be running free. So. What if I end it and it's not just words and I've said it? Left this earth without word of a message. Depressed in my bed, I just hurt and you let it. You said that you get it, you don't. Right, yeah, if only you knew but you don't. If only you'd help, yeah, right. If only you'd help but you won't. Right, if only I died, yeah, what? If only I died but I woke up. If only my life was a throat car. No sign of life I can hope by.
That's dope. You can pause it.
See, I fuck with Cogs, don't get me wrong, though, but back in the day it was more like he was sort of appealing to a fan base as such, like, oh, this is some of the shit like people go through. But now it's more like he's taking it a bit more personal with his music, and he's
Yeah.
sort of delving into his story a little bit more.
Yeah.
And I
yeah.
fuck with that like
Yeah.
a lot, because
Him and Complete both.
yeah, like he's taken a little bit of page out of Complete's book, and it's worked well for Complete. I think that's something he does need to do, instead of fucking going, this is the scene, instead of going, this is me. Like,
Yeah.
That's the most formal I've heard you speak about.
No, I fuck with Cogs heavy, man. And since like day one, so before Cogs even dropped shit, I was fucking with Cogs, and like it's good to see his progression.
That is what. Yeah, you couldn't have said it any better, to be honest.
Mm.
I definitely fuck with this shit.
Again, we're just living in like the dopest, like Perth hip hop
Yeah.
at the moment.
Man,
Perth
I
music in
called it.
general, but Perth
It's come a fucking long
I
way.
called
Like,
it.
from
At the start of this
back when.
podcast, before we started the podcast, I said Perth hip hop is
Mm.
on the up and coming.
I feel like it's been, and again,
It definitely has. It's just had its
Yeah.
wave. Like, I feel like for a long time, hip hop was only. I mean, it still is. Like, when you are looking at the biggest names in Australia, they are all over east, out of Perth. But I think when you, like, talent-wise and raw, emotional fucking bars that connect with people, I don't think anyone else is on that level that isn't from Perth.
yeah,
I think it's become a lot more supportive.
Yeah.
Because there was that whole beef stage where every cunt was just dropping tracks, dissing someone, or like, going fuck you, fuck them. And now it's like the people that are in the scene at the moment are real supportive of each other, and it's
Yeah.
good to see.
yeah,
They're
it's a
sort of
whole
united, you know what I
thing, Like, yeah,
Yeah, like the whole beef stage ended, and now it's like, give it up for this cunt, like he's real as fuck. Obviously,
like
people
people
supporting each other, man. It's good.
people you've never met will share your shit or
Yeah.
put you on to something that's dope, and like,
And it's not even a respect for their talent of music, because there's still some like underground people in that aren't quite there yet, but they're still getting support from the
Yeah.
people wanting them to, because it's like a music thing.
Yeah, for
Like
sure.
people wanting other people to push their own music, which is real good.
Yeah. Fucking oath.
And I feel like that whole beef stage is sort of ending
yeah,
to some
no
degree.
doubt.
Mm.
Well, I suppose everyone's figured out that.
You're not going to get anywhere. if you
Yeah,
keep
it's
doing it.
just like, and again, you go on a lot of those Aussie hip hop Facebook pages. Like, some of them are good, and there's a lot of guys who are like vinyl heads and shit who are sharing shit or just dope music, but then there's such a fucking overflow of just dudes dropping bars, dissing people, or just attacking everyone, and it's like...
Like, I'm better than you, he's better than him. Like,
yeah.
yeah, it's pretty sad. I do like the direction it's going, though. It's actually surprising to see.
Yeah, it's fucking. I don't know what I was going to say.
Well, and even in saying that, like, Foresight, fucking Rob's album, like, True North, that came out, fire.
I was gonna say, have you
Horror
listened to
Show's
that?
new albums come
I
out.
don't know, no.
Bro. It's fucking nuts.
I could imagine. It's
It is-
fucking
It's
Morns,
Morns'
man.
best album.
Yeah,
Like,
it is nuts, man.
Yeah, for sure. And I mean, Morns is one of those people that aren't really, like on, social media as such. So he doesn't really have. He's got true fans, as you'd say.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
no doubt.
People always waiting for Morns to drop
Yeah.
shit. They're not.
I think that's the
he's
same
not,
with Mantra.
Yeah.
A lot of people, anyone who, I feel like anyone who creates their own music or is into like rap or whatever or hip hop and like writes their own shit know who Mantra is
Yeah.
and have a high, like,
Regard.
for him. Yeah. But like, to the masses in general, no, like you could go just ask some random dude who listens to
Yeah.
hip hop and go, "Oh, do you know who Mantra is?" They probably don't. But if you actually went to like a dude who, I don't know, wrote music or listened to Australian hip hop, in general, they'd all know who he is and give him like a high respect. But when you look at his social media following, it's fucking like tiny.
Yeah. He is one of them artists that sort of have flown below the radar to some degree, which is weird because I don't know.
Because he's
Yeah,
the
I
goat.
He's fucking.
I
He's
don't, yeah, I
definitely
don't
up
get
there.
it. And like, what makes me say that as well? Like, what made me realise was 5 Past. Like, I fucking like rate that cunt big time.
Yeah.
But 5 Past released a track, and within, I don't know, fucking 4 hours, he had like 5,000 views or whatever, and like all these like likes and shit. And his following, he's got a decent following. So the like the social media impact and like his fucking engagement from like his fans and shit on social media is massive. About a week later, Mantra dropped their Tell single video clip, and in 4 hours it had like 500 views. And it's like, just how does that make sense? That's someone who is regarded as one of the best rappers in Australia.
I think not a lot. Like,
But it's
not
like,
a lot of people
because of their
support the Tell shit. Like, I look at the posts
Yeah.
that they make and the likes and shit that the posts he gets promoting the whole Tell thing, and it's not that many. Like, I don't think that many people see it.
Yeah, maybe maybe it is just that then. And with you saying that, like, I do fuck with it, but I think it's purely because it is new Mantra. Any new
it's
Mantra,
different Mantra.
yeah. And like Grey Ghost is dope, but he's an acquired taste. Like, you got to kind of be in that mood.
Yeah, I mean, I fuck with like Dramedy like back in the day
Yeah,
before
yeah.
Grey Ghost shit, like,
Yeah.
which was dope. Like the whole all that cypher shit that was going around.
Yeah.
That was dope. I don't know, Mantra's just one of them people. Like, you want to listen to Mantra for his style of music. Like, he's a storyteller, you know. He engages his audience, but that hotel shit's like he's swapping his career.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, he's heading down another pathway.
Yeah.
I think that's why they've run with the name Tell and all that shit as
Yeah.
well. Though, is because it's like it's a side project. He's got posts on Instagram and shit where he's shared like him working on a new track for his album and that. So he's obviously still keeping his Mantra
the track
name and stuff. It's sort of like two separate things.
Yeah, the track he did on Shaker's album is like some of the best Mantra I've
Man,
heard.
it took me so long to realise that beat was on Shaker's Beatdown fucking...
Was it?
Yeah, one of Shakedown's Beatdown
Yeah, I think
beats.
it was.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
I think there was another beat. I think, oh, fuck. Oh, maybe it is that. I think that is the one I'm thinking. Yeah, it is. Yeah.
That's sick.
And at the beat that it was Rob Shaker.
Yeah.
Sick though. I mean, again, that live performance Mantra did of it was nuts.
Yeah, fucking oath, eh? But yeah, Horror Show's album comes out on Friday. I'm keen as fuck. I feel like that's one artist, or well, one group or whatever that you want to call it, that has managed to like always stay like, I want to say stay true to the roots, because he's never kind of like given up quality bars for the music, but he has made music that is like, you know, approachable by sort of anyone.
But I feel like Horror Show's been fucking with like melodies and shit. Like,
Oh,
go back to
melody-wise.
their old albums and like he was
In
singing
My Haze
like
and
he
shit,
wasn't. Yeah.
Melody wise, definitely he's been doing that for a long time, but I think for the new school style of like beats and the up tempo sort of vibe, like,
Yeah.
I
You're on
think-
the right track.
I think to some degree they were maybe like, I don't know if ahead of the time's the right word, because they've always been dope, but it's sort of like now is the best time for the sort of shit to flourish.
yeah. I don't understand how they aren't bigger though. Like, I put Solo as probably one of my top MCs, like just in general, like by influence and all that sort of stuff. Like, if I could create songs and song structure and fucking everything that he can do, I would be happy. And if I could reach the sort of respect and following that Horror Show
You
have
can,
reached,
so
I would be fucking over the moon.
you just got to
And
do it.
like, I mean, I don't know how long they've been around for, but back in the day, I went to a Bliss and Esso at fucking some stadium or whatever. Horror Show and Briggs were like supporting them.
Yeah.
I'd never
I
heard
went
of
to
Horror
the
Show
same-
before
Yeah, I
then.
was gonna say. I think
I'm
we
just
all
thinking,
went to that.
Were we
Yeah.
together?
Is that when we all had
Maybe.
hotel rooms and shit?
I can't remember, but that's
I
the
feel
first
like-
time I've seen it.
Yeah,
man.
yeah, that was the same with me.
And I was like, fuck, they're dope. Like,
I
I'll
was
go
at
home
Challenge Stadium.
looking at that shit. But before then, I'd never heard anything about Horror Show. And
Yeah.
how long ago was that? Like 6
And
years?
I remember
I think
'cause they
Horror
did
Show's
fucking summer days, not summer days,
No. All summer long.
all summer long,
Yeah.
yeah, and just shit like that. I remember it being the first time I'd heard that, and then afterwards,
The first track, I remember going to that gig
Yeah.
and seeing them. I think I missed Briggs, but I remember seeing Horror Show and thinking, fuck yeah, these are dope. Oh, there's one
Yeah.
there. And then I looked them up, and the only song I could find to download, like you said, this was fucking ages ago.
Yeah.
So I wasn't like into the whole YouTube to MP3 shit. But the only thing I could download was off of Robin. Pay attention, cunt. I'm not paying you for nothing.
gets up, smashes the computer on the ground, and walks out.
The only way I could download a song was through Triple J's website.
Yeah.
Because that's where I'd like heard it, or that's just the first thing that popped up that was to do with Horror Show.
Yeah.
And yeah, and it was fucking Thought Crime, and that was like one of the first songs I heard.
Yeah, that's going back a bit.
Yeah, and then like No Rides Left was their other like main hit.
Truth be told, is still like,
Yeah, that's
Bro,
probably my
it blew
favourite
my
song.
mind when I was in Sydney and I caught the bus to go to fucking
No
Bondi,
Rides Left.
and on the back of the bus ticket it said No Rides Left, and it just fucking clicked, and I was like, holy shit! It actually blew my mind. Like I
having
was so
said that,
fucking.
there's probably like most of the people who live in Sydney listened to that and or heard it and straight away knew what it was.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
it's
I mean,
so-
it probably says the same thing on our bus ticket, but I've just never noticed. But yeah, fucking crazy, man.
cool concept though.
It's things like that I wish I.
Don't say you wish you could do it.
Well,
'cause
yeah, I know, but well, yeah, it's just things like that I should be taking in, like just those little things that happen in, like it's like with the whole Eminem riding on the bus, riding Lose Yourself or whatever the fuck he was doing. I mean, that's obviously from 8 Mile, so it might not have been the same, but walking around with a notepad in your pocket and just writing bars from like anything. Is that... Oi, Greasy supporting Draft, cunt.
Yeah. Should we go to fucking
Bro,
Bunbury?
Bunbury, Draft, Shadow, knowing Greasy. Greasy supporting Draft, that's fucking sick.
Yeah, shout outs to that boy.
Yeah, he's doing it.
Did
Yeah,
they
shout
spell
out to
his
Greasy, that's
name
fucking-
wrong.
Is it double E?
I
SY?
thought it was EA.
No, it's double E, SY.
Okay, sorry Greasy, I fucked your name up.
I'll grab a tinny up here.
Is
Yeah.
it though? What's it say up the top there? Managers. Is that
It's the same.
okay? I'm losing my mind.
But yeah, like Eminem taking around a notepad and just like any little thing that he'd come across, he'd fucking write about it or jot it down and shit. And I just feel like that's what we should be doing. And then that's how you make a track. Instead of you like trying to write a song and going, oh, what should we call it? Or oh, what should we write about? It should be spark, inspiration, this happened, I'm going to write about it. You know what I mean? And then it's not forced.
Yeah.
The minute you said that, I thought of one for that song we're doing, but I'll tell you afterwards.
Tell me now, man. Fuck up. I swear I just grabbed it. Oh, I'll grab one for you.
Yeah, more so like inspired by moments instead of like memories.
Yeah.
And it also gives you something to then write about.
Yeah,
rather
exactly.
than
One
making
thing
it
I
up as you
regret
go
the
along.
most. There's 2 things I regret the most. To do with writing. One of them was about the whole situation that I don't really talk about that much. But when it happened and I got the news, I straight away was like, all right, I'm fucking pissed off. I want to write part 2 because I did part 1.
Yeah.
Straight away, I was like, right, I need to write part 2. Because of the situation, I kind of took a step back and was like, nah, I'll wait and see what happens. And then by that point, I died down. I come to terms with sort of everything. And now it's like if I was to write a track that would truly catch the emotion of how I felt, I wouldn't be able to do it because it's way too far gone and it just doesn't matter anymore. The second one, which is probably the main one, and he stopped me, was when I had my fucking trip at your house and I was fucking cooked and I had that massive trip out and lost my shit and I was in the toilet forcing myself to throw up and I was like fucking psyching myself out. I was like, oh, it's fucking think of music, think of family, blah, 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 because I was like all fucked in the head. And I walked out and I went up to him and I think we were sitting outside or something and I was like, come on, like we're writing a track, like I want to write a track. And because I'd psyched myself out about music, I was like in the zone. I was like, right, I'm fucking writing a song right now about everything that just happened. Music is what's fucking saving my life, that sort of shit. Yeah. And he was like, oh, nah, like, you know, you should probably wait because I was all fucked and didn't really know what the fuck was going on. So he was saying, just chill, take a breather. Yeah. Never ended up doing it, but I look back at that.
So I've ruined your fucking rap career, basically. Like, you could have had your number 1 single and I fucked
But
it.
I look back at that and just think like, not number 1 single, but I look back at that and think that was a moment that needed to be captured there and then.
That Jade stole from me.
To get, needed to be captured there and then to get the true emotion. And like the best songs that I've ever written have always been songs that have happened in the day. Like I'll start writing.
As real as it was going to be at that time, like, you know, if you were to go through a breakup or something.
As real as it's going to be, you're still whack.
No, but you take in, like, you sort of learn from that moment as well. So you, like, if you were to break up with someone, you're going to go, fuck that cunt, like, I'm writing a track.
No salary.
Like that, but I mean...
Great song, though.
But even then, like, I did write that even, like, long after we'd broken up, and it was like, I had learnt from everything that had happened from then. If I had wrote that the next day, it would have been biased as shit. Do you know what I mean?
Very true.
Very
like,
true.
You gave it time to breathe and think about it more.
Yeah, exactly. It wasn't just my side of it. It was more like
you're looking at it from like a third person kind of thing.
Otherwise, the name would have been
introspective.
far less.
Do you know what I mean? It's not.
Yeah.
You know, you can't break leg and go, fuck that hurt, I'm going to write a song, but then learning to walk is going to be your story. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
What the fuck? Okay, darling.
Like, I don't know, like, there's different...
I'm
that's
picking
100%.
up what you're putting down, 100%, but...
Yeah,
I don't know how many beers you had, you're just getting music. Very...
Nah. Yeah.
I'm loving it.
That's how I've always looked at it anyway.
Yeah. No, it is true. I've just found myself like struggling at the moment. I feel like I need some kind of...
But even saying that the bars you were spitting, like, well, every time you've written something lately and you spat the bars to me, it's all been fucking dope. Like, just keep doing what you're doing. Don't have... Okay. They weren't that... No, they were dope.
I just need... I don't know. I look down... Not look down on myself, but I just think that my bars for the sake of bars aren't as strong as my bars for the sake of a story and meaning.
Yeah.
So like for the Lost Patience EP, most of that shit was like a story. Like pretty much every track apart from say Flip Out was like some kind of story of like over a timeline of that song. Like waking up, dealing with shit, no other love, talking about music being the love of my life or whatever the fuck it is. So when I'm just like trying to think of something and I'm writing bars for the sake of writing bars, I always just kind of look at it and go, not many punchlines, not many metaphors, and then you
Yeah.
write 16, and it's like,
Yeah, but I
okay,
think
this
that-
is how you write bars for the sake of bars.
Yeah, but I think that's sort of played out like the whole. Like, it doesn't have to be filled with metaphor. You could be the most metaphorical fucking
Lil Wayne.
swimming pool individual criminal, but it doesn't matter. If it doesn't sound dope, it's not going to sound dope. Like, you've
Yeah.
got your sound, it sounds dope. I've heard, like, for starters, That's Real didn't have a story other than the fact that it was very much real.
Yeah, that is true.
And it was still a banger.
But like, to back where you're coming from, though, I've, like, a lot of my shit, as introspective as it might be to myself, like, it isn't that catchy to anyone else. But in regards to that, like, a lot of the stuff I do write is just about nothing. But I'm training myself to my style of writing. Every shit song that I fucking made is probably dope in someone's eyes, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
But
yeah.
I don't want to
Yeah.
release shit that I'm not comfortable with.
Yeah.
It's like, I'm saying this because he's probably had a large influence,
Yeah.
but, like, did Jam Baxter ever write, like, a catchy song?
Yeah.
I don't think he did, and he's arguably one of the dopest in the UK, and that's because at the end of the day, regardless of what, there's just different people want to hear different shit. Some
Yeah.
people want to hear it simplified, and some people want to hear...
Yeah. But, like, for instance, like that whole Nightmare on Relmz Street fucking mixtape shit. None of that's, like, a lot of that is just like, I'm just writing bars, you know what I mean? I want to release shit that's more meaningful to myself.
Yeah.
But just putting shit out there, like, I'm not writing that for any other reason, just to write. Like,
What-
I'm forcing myself to write that
What happened to the EP track? Do you still have her? Do you still have the bars and the beat and all that sort of shit?
shit. For what?
For that, fuck, I'm trying to think how it goes now.
Oh, all the shit that you lost on your laptop.
Yeah, basically. No, it was you had a track that you were like, I'll finish the mixtape, but this track is like, I want a video, I want to record it properly.
Oh, yeah,
I think
yeah,
it was
yeah.
to a Sam beat. Or it might not have been. Or a Raffle beat, maybe.
No, I got Shaker to remake a beat.
Oh, that's
Um,
right, Barrel Lost Bluefish.
Paralyzed Spookfish, yeah.
Yeah.
And I was
That was
going to try and
hard.
write
Where
write
is that?
some shit to that.
No, it wasn't
You
even
finished
that.
that
You had
verse.
another
I did
one.
finish it, but
You had
I'll
another one
I'll
that was
start
like
again.
melodic.
I got that whole Lay the Mind Down.
That's the one. Yeah.
That's another relationship song.
Yeah.
Also After the Moment, so it wasn't so biased, if you will.
Yeah.
But yeah, like, I don't have them bars anymore. Oh, they're gone.
Yeah. They're gone.
I can remember it if I figure out what the first couple bars are, but
Or even the Barrel Lost Bluefish.
I don't know what beat that's to. I don't know what the story is with that.
Yeah, I don't even think we ever actually recorded it, so I wouldn't be able to tell you either.
I feel like
Yeah,
I think
I feel like you did though.
I did record it, yeah, but I think your MacBook crashed and that's gone.
Fuck.
But I do have them beats
So
all
just
on my
like
broken phone.
Biz ruined my career, I've ruined yours.
Nah, you haven't ruined it.
It's Comrades of the Smoke for you.
I think we've established that we're all holding each other back.
Yeah.
Do we have the song?
And that's what we'll just name that episode of the podcast, Witness the Demise of the Comrades of the Smoke in live fashion when they all realise
I
that...
think we are piss poor effort fucking hard to say sometimes.
Oh man. Like if you were to tell any very highly productive artist that we were to live in the same house for about 6 months to a year, and in that time released nothing,
Yeah.
they would fucking just
They'd be
laugh.
frowned
They would
upon,
just
right?
laugh at us. Like when I was talking to Uncle Sam, like, and mentioned that we were all together at one point, he's like, "Oh, that must be pretty sick. You're working on shit all the time." I was like,
Yeah.
"No, like it just doesn't happen."
Lots of ideas and
Yeah.
topics, but
I think
No.
I personally write better when I'm alone, and I feel like that's probably the same with all of us.
yeah.
I think we probably would work
I mean-
better if we had a concept and the beat, and then our own space.
I think
Yeah.
what's fucked us and been good, because like the beats thing is like I had to do that. Like I've always wanted to be able to do like make beats and shit, so I was never just like content writing, but then in doing that just got so distracted from writing and stuff, and then we sort of went, oh, we'll just self-produce all our own shit. You learn how to produce. You did produce your own track, so I suppose it worked in that sense. But then we've made some fucking bangers and shit and come up with some concepts. But that time making the beat, if we had bought a beat from Jump and just sat there and wrote the track, it'd already be done.
Yeah.
So it's
I think
no
That's the thing.
regrets.
I think
but-
our progression is more mature than what it would have been. Like if we were to release music, fucking, I mean, like going way back, but to Bullsbrook house days where we all had a mic and we were getting drunk
Yeah.
and just spitting bars, like would have been cool to release some shit, but at the same time, it would have been nothing like now. Like if we were to sit down and
there'd be
actually get it
yeah,
happening, we'd
yeah,
probably,
they'd be well structured.
Well,
Yeah,
we
pretty
have
well made,
we have
yeah.
5
Yeah.
beats instead of sitting there ready to go.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
Yeah, well, it's like even like going back to fucking like you were saying with the Bullsbrook days when we were freestyling and shit. like you said, as good as it would have been. I can't even remember what I rapped about back then.
Yeah.
But it would have just been the
don't-
stupidest shit.
I don't regret not like releasing any of the shit I did just because
Yeah.
if I heard it back now, and also at that point in time, like I wasn't really ever
Man,
comfortable
Yeah, I think
with my
like
delivery
with
and
eight,
shit.
like we've learnt a lot along the way, and I think if we were to release something then, we wouldn't really be releasing quality product as such. But
feel like
if
we
we were
would've-
to release shit now, we'd probably hit the
yeah,
nail
I
on
feel
the head.
like if we did start back then as well, we probably would have been stuck in we would have found something that worked, and the first thing that we found that worked, we would have stuck with.
Yeah.
Instead of trying to find that perfect, niche. Then
Well-
again, all of this sounds like we're just making excuses
yeah,
as to
I
why
feel
we've
like
not released
Yeah.
music.
in
pretty
saying
much.
this, we're on a clock, cunts.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
that clock is ticking.
Yeah, for sure.
But
I feel like it's happening. It's going to
Life
happen very
happens.
soon, though. Whether or not it's an EP, Cheat Code is going to be out. And
no, I
I'm
just
so
reckon
fucking
with an
keen.
EP, there's enough
I'm
beats
so
to
fucking
Yeah, I'm definitely keen to test my writing ability, which I haven't done. For a long
Samurai
time.
Funk, like I've almost got a finished verse to that. That's definitely Comrade shit. We got Funky Disposition still. That's got to be done.
It's gone.
Hey?
I don't know where my.
I
shit
think
is,
we've
but-
got it on his computer. I think. But yeah, I mean, we could always do Teeth.
So we're going through beats after this.
Yeah.
Um,
Whilst that's up, Robin, do you want to find Draft's Perth show?
address. So we can go film a live podcast.
But
in his
Draft,
driveway.
November the 7th, Prince of Wales, Bunbury, with Shadow, No, and Greasy. And
I'm so glad Greasy got that spot.
yeah, fucking
No
oath.
doubt. Well
Robin's going to
deserved.
find the Perth one for us now. We need to go to this as well. It'll be that one. No, down. Or whatever. 13th of December at Rosemount Hotel. Boy. Friday 13th as well.
Shall we go?
I am reading that correct, aren't I? With who's the support?
$40 a ticket, cunt. Let's go.
It must be the same, eh? Go Seymour. Oh, fuck knows. I don't know. I can imagine it'd be the same. Yeah, well, there you go. Friday, 13th of December. Draft at Rosemount Hotel. That'd be dope. Keen as fuck. What else is fucking happening? What else have I got here? Horror show, Cogs, Pirates, Elliot, the marathon runner, taking shoes off. I had more shit on my phone. I can't fucking remember.
Oh, go on YouTube, fucking Robin. Fucking Robin. That's going to be your name from now on.
What are we doing on YouTube?
Alright, find a video that's long, because it'll no doubt have more than one ad at the start, or it'll be a long
that's
ad.
right.
So find one that's like over half an hour, ideally, or
He's got
maybe
seen
even
it.
an hour. If you scroll down, there'll be some shit.
And we're gonna watch it, so you can just listen to silence.
Have you
This might not be.
been watching some
signing.
shit? Any good movies and that on Netflix?
Oi. Good that you mentioned, but fucking Riverdale was out.
Riverdale.
bro.
I did see that. Yeah, I think I watched an episode of it.
Sad as fuck.
Yeah, just go something like
Do you know what
that.
I did?
Pretty free.
Do you know what I did?
And
I
now
started
go
watching.
click on. Just go click on the tiny
I
eye in
watched
the left hand
I watched
corner
the memoir.
where it says
the
add 1 of 2.
remembrance video.
In the left corner of the video, where it says add 1 of 2. Go up. But there's a little eye in the. Fuck, Robin. Okay, you've got 4 seconds left of this ad, and then another ad to figure it out. All right. So when that goes away, there's a little eye. Click on that. Now go stop seeing this ad. Now click on any of them and then go send. And we're in the video, boys.
Oh, in the time
Loophole.
it took to fucking
if
do
you
that.
know what you're doing when you're going into it.
Alright, so what we just did is
How'd you figure that
Jade,
one out?
Right.
I
Jade's
saw a
found-
thing on Facebook.
Shit.
Jade's found a cheat. Yeah, it won't do it now because you have to load
So-
like a new channel.
Yeah, we talked about on the podcast YouTube ads. It was a whole discussion.
Yeah.
Does my fucking head in.
Yeah.
Saw a Facebook post and, didn't know what to think of it, so I tried it. You bring up a YouTube video. In the bottom left-hand corner of the video screen where the ads come up, there'll be a little eye with a circle around it. You click on that and you go, don't show me this ad again, and then click on any of those responses and press send. Boom, you're in your video. No ads. If there's 2 ads, guess what? None. So,
After a while, that means you will not see any of the ads that you've selected. So
Yeah,
you
that's
just
what I was
have no
thinking.
ads.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, he's
But
been
they'll just
clicking
keep
and
giving you
he's
new
not had
ads.
an ad yet, so
Yeah.
maybe it
They'll
does.
just keep giving you new ads though.
Yeah, give us new ads and we'll keep clicking the circle with the eye in it.
Yeah, it does.
It's like they've actually
what's
backed
your
off.
YouTube channel made of? How to plane a plank of wood.
Oh shit.
Yeah, new Doolittle coming out.
Yeah.
Bit weird. Isn't the original Doolittle Eddie Murphy?
It's
Strange.
Dr.
Oh yeah, look, here's old mate. Look, Eliad.
Fuck, he does look like you.
He looks old.
He doesn't even look like he's running that fast though. Like he basically must have. Oh, that's.
Yeah,
pretty
but if
quick.
he's running that fast for 2 hours straight, then...
But how are they behind him?
He looks old.
So what, they all must have finished... Like, they all must have broken world fucking records as well, yeah?
He was just the fucking pacemaker, pace setter. Oh yeah, I saw a midget today.
Did you tell me about it?
It was small.
Okay.
I did though, seen it. And
I didn't doubt
the
that you
one
did.
thing that sort of came to mind when I did see it, I don't know why I keep seeing it. When I saw him, I was just thinking about everyone that was around him was normal. Fuck off. Everyone was around. I can't believe I just said what I said as well. But everyone around him was like normal size. And
Wouldn't have said no.
well, I couldn't think of anything else to say. But he and I
Fully
was just
developed.
thinking, like, to be that person that's with him, you'd like constantly looking down.
Yeah, you were constantly looking
No,
down
but
at
no,
your
but
phone,
what
eh?
makes
That's
no, but
doesn't
what
make a
makes me think
difference.
no, but what made me think of it was, would it be bad to look down on him, down at him,
I mean, metaphorically,
or
probably.
would you just kind of like walk around and just be in conversation and just sort of not acknowledge the difference?
I was going to say it'd be more
You know
offensive
what I mean? Like-
to squat down to their level. I know that much.
You just
Yeah.
pick him up.
Pick him up. Definitely not.
Um,
Pick him up and strap him into the front of one of those baby carriers and just start walking and talking.
No, I don't know. I was just thinking, like, from the midgets, from the guy's point of view, like, would it be sort of like, I mean, that's just what you got to live with, but would it be, like, patronising to, like, constantly have people like, oh, hey, mate, you know,
Well,
instead of just like, oh, hey, man, like, what you been doing? Like, let's just...
Yeah, but I mean, they can climb. So if they feel patronised, they could probably just climb a stool or something.
Climb a
Josh's,
stool.
Josh's solution is that midgets carry stools everywhere.
Nah, well, you know, there's always an object around. They can, fuck, if they're feeling patronised, they can get islands.
I'm just imagining if you're in a park and all you can climb is a lamp.
Yeah.
No, the parks have benches. They stand on a bench.
Or they just climb you,
Yeah.
scurry up your leg.
Or they go, oh, do you mind if you squat to talk to me? I feel that's a bit
I feel like that's
nasty.
very, like, daddish talking to your son on the sideline at a footy match.
Yeah.
Yeah, listen here,
And
son.
I think that's a good thing. Like, they've always got someone to look up to, you know? I'll just leave it like that.
Oh, fucking, yeah, I'm trying to move it on. What were
I'm
we
going
talking?
hell.
What did you just have on there? Oh, the Sesame opioid dude.
Yeah, what's up with that?
Sesame Street introduces Muppet who was a mother addicted to opiates.
Okay.
For starters, I don't know how Sesame Street's still going.
I mean, yeah, puppets, man. Like, we have CGI, so things as creepy as puppets don't need to exist.
Oh no.
And the creepiest fact is that after Sesame Street's finished, all of the characters in that show, like, how do kids not think about this? All of the characters in that show are just sitting stagnant in a storeroom until the next week
Yeah,
when they come
no
and film an
shit.
episode. It's
Yeah, no shit, like gathering dust like a vacuum.
yeah, man.
Reference to my own bars. What was I going to say? Josh is bored. He just yawned into the microphone.
I'm just tired, man. I've been playing PlayStation way too much.
I thought you were going to say
Fucking...
because you have a child, but
Nah.
Nah, that's the easy part.
That's half the problem.
Yeah, so Riverdale is out. Shit's sad as fuck. The whole...
Yeah, I watched the first
Wait.
episode. Pretty sad.
And it's all about, like, killing off... Yeah, the
Fred,
fucking... Bro,
how's things with you,
I literally
Robin?
I've spent half an hour watching an episode. No, oh, you'll laugh at this. You'll laugh at this, bro. Spent half an hour watching an episode. And the whole time I'm thinking, this is a bit dumb. Like, flashback, why are they doing it? The whole time I'm thinking they're doing a flashback. I then realise I'm watching season 1, episode 1. And I've gone half an hour
fucking
watching
Jesus
the
Christ.
very first episode. Oh, man. And, like, none of it was coming back to me. So the whole time I'm like, oh, these must be, like, scenes that you don't see. But it's like a flashback of, like, behind the scenes of things that happen that are going to then contribute to the story. Nah, watching the first episode.
That's wild
Fucking
because I'm
idiot.
pretty sure when we had you on last, we spoke about Riverdale. And I think that was when I'd watch one after basketball with you and they were just, it was
Oh,
a
yeah.
musical.
Yeah, the
The
musical.
musical? Fucking
Yeah, that
cheers.
was...
That shit's fucking
No,
terrible.
I haven't really been that into it.
What are you watching?
No, I was just saying, like, I was just asking you guys.
Yeah, but what do you
suggestions.
watch?
I'm going to watch that El Camino fucking
Oh,
movie.
yes.
mate.
I've not seen it. I'd never watched...
I feel like that's like a
Breaking-
follow-up to Breaking Bad, though, so...
I never
Yeah,
watched
you'd probably
Breaking
have to
Bad.
watch Breaking Bad first.
Yes, I've not watched it, so I kind of...
But that looks pretty dope. I watched a little bit of it last night before I went to bed. Super cool. I think I had to watch the whole thing.
You
I've
see
watched-
that they're now season 4 of Stranger Things? Do you watch Stranger Things?
No.
How? You're like the most, like, anything
I feel
that's
like if it's
sci-fi.
like Game of Thrones though, if you don't start watching it
No.
when it takes off, like I'm probably never
No.
gonna watch Game of Thrones.
Yeah, no, but
That's
fuck...
No.
just
I
the reality.
34 years old. No, fuck that off. I mean about him being obsessed with, like, sci-fi shit. And you've not
No,
watched
like-
Stranger Things.
Since I moved to Ellenbrook, we've got like an aerial plug straight in the TV, so I've been watching The Block and like,
Get the fuck out.
yeah, man, like your reality TV shows on normal telly, bro. Fucked up, man. Block's a good show to watch, but you want to learn how to do some things. I'll teach you. But nah, like I don't watch that much movies anymore. I just watch TV.
Shit's
But
changed,
I've never got
man.
into Stranger Things from the get-go anyway because I thought it was pretty weird.
But
Yeah,
you
man.
watch Survivor.
Did you end up watching that? Survivor's dope, bro.
I mean, Survivor's probably one of the better shows that are on
Yeah,
normal
Survivor's
TV.
pretty
If
cool.
we're being real, Masked Singer can go get fucked.
Who?
Like, that Masked Singer show.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
exactly right.
Yeah, I watched like 20 minutes of that and I was like, man, this is painful.
Do you watch Home and Away or Neighbours? Or does
No,
your
I
missus?
don't watch any of the gay shit. I just watch straight up the block, like Aussie blokes.
Straight
yeah.
up the block.
Do you know what I mean? But
Just the true blue shit.
Yeah, man.
What about Better Homes and Gardens when old mate comes on and shows you how to fix a fucking light bulb?
Oh, what's his name?
Roy Palmer. It is Roy Palmer,
Yeah.
eh? No. Is it Roy Palmer?
Ray Palmer.
Ray
I
Palmer.
think.
Oh, hey. How you doing, guys? Today we're going to learn how to fucking go to Bunnings, buy a plank of wood and
did I say
fucking...
Ray Palmer death?
Oh shit, did he die?
Who's
Fixing
Adam?
a fucking kitchen fitting.
That's right, Palmer.
It's Adam, man.
It's a fucking Marvel character. DC character.
Is Ray Palmer Ant-Man? And Ant-Man.
Is it Ray Palmer?
Oh,
We've spoke about this cunt before.
Oh no.
Why is he not up? Go Better Homes and Gardens, Bunnings.
Like we could bring up an old episode and go through it and we could find ourselves talking about it, but I can't remember for the sake of my life.
Don't actually do Bunnings.
Just write Better Homes
Yeah,
and
go
Gardens.
Better Homes and Gardens. No, go Ray Palmer, Better Homes and Gardens.
Blokes who have been on Better Homes and Gardens. All Ray Palmer, Roy Palmer, Troy Marmer.
I feel like his name was Roy. That's a Better Homes and Gardens kind of name.
Roy Palmer.
Rob.
Rob Palmer.
Rob Palmer.
Oh, Robert Palmer. That's the one. They sacked me and forgot to tell me. Okay.
Of course they did.
Sorry, Rob.
He's got the most iconic voice, though. Look at him. He made that baby in the shed.
In a Woman's Day magazine.
Yeah, 'cause they all love him.
I was gonna say he'd have the pic. Oi, have you seen the fucking photo of Jennifer Aniston on Instagram? She's like finally came to Instagram. It's a big thing.
Oh, with all the Friends characters.
Yeah, and then they've like everyone's been sharing around, zooming in, and on the fucking phone, where Chandler is like leaning, and on the phone is like cocaine. What looks to be cocaine, it could just be whatever's on the screen, but it's just like white fucking like shit. And obviously, I just looked at it and went, well, he was a known drug addict
Yeah.
for fucking years.
Plus,
so
who
it's like,
cares? They want to do some coke. Jennifer Aniston can do it.
go on Instagram and get it, Robin.
How is she that old and looks that good?
Okay.
We're just gonna end up. This is just gonna be what we're Robin. Type in fittest birds on the internet. Type in
Instagram
Pornhub.
debut. Go on that. Instagram debut with fucking...
Why does she get an Instagram debut? Like, no one gives a fuck
Oh,
about
'cause-
Instagram or not.
She's not... Well, yeah, I don't know. I think it's just because of... For as long as Instagram's
Yeah.
been going, she's never been
Hit me up when she has an OnlyFans.
on Instagram. Yeah, that photo. Yeah, so zoom in on the screen.
Yeah, 100%. Like, what else could that be? Bit of salt.
Yeah.
And it's just like how Chandler's like leaning over. It's like that cunt's definitely about to rack that
No, he
shit.
just had one.
Plus, like, they're all in their late 40s now, so they're probably mad out of touch with Instagram and like, oh,
Yeah.
this will be fine. They won't see the coke.
Not even realised. But the only thing that makes you think it's not is that it's not in lines. And I feel like unless Chandler just doesn't give a fuck and just snorts, he like just puts his nose in
If you
it.
go up, he's also missing 2 fingers, so... That doesn't even look like a fucking hand, if
Yeah,
we're
it
being
doesn't.
honest.
They must have just, he might be still chopping it up or something.
Oh, there's always a reason. Explanation. Whatever.
Yeah.
Who gives a fuck, man?
Yeah, well, I mean, like I said...
Like, you go take a picture at a fucking party these days, and good luck not spotting one of them.
Yeah. Oh, fucking hell. What are we doing for dinner? Because because I'm hungry. Do you have anything that you want to talk about?
All I can think of straight off the top of the dome.
No, I'm well underprepared, to be honest.
Yeah, I had shit on my phone. I can't fucking remember. I had a few things on there, but I think we have kind of touched base on most of them.
Oh,
Yeah,
what's the whole go with that Fortnite shit? I've seen a little bits about it, but I don't know the story.
What do you mean?
I'm pretty sure it's come back.
The whole blackout fucking...
Yeah, so have you seen the new Fortnite at all?
No.
Okay, so they did a blackout. Yeah, get the trailer up, Robin. They did a blackout. Basically, it all, you know how they'd always do at the end of the season, those like weird things that would happen?
Yeah.
The whole like world exploded and then sucked into like a black hole.
So they're finally getting a
But
new
they
map?
didn't announce, hey?
Do they finally have a new map?
Yeah, whole new map. They've pretty much changed like everything. You can like carry people. So like if people go down, you can like pick them up and carry them. You can swim. You can drive boats.
That's cool.
Bro, I fucking called this ages ago. I was saying that they should bring in like a beach resort and like have a massive hotel on the beach. They've done it. I could have got paid for that shit. But yeah, basically it was like this for ages, and like they hadn't released any times of like when it was going to happen. You've gone too far forward.
Apparently, it was just coming up with numbers, and people
Yeah.
decoded the numbers and what
There
the
was a big
words
theory
meant.
that it was going to be fucking... Nah, fuck this off. Just find the trailer of the
What did-
start. But there was a big theory that it was going to be like to do with the fucking quantum leap shit because of they had Thanos. It was like fucking, I don't know, whatever. Just go Fortnite Chapter 2 trailer.
There you go, 4 down.
They should have, is there?
I'm curious to know what
Put some
everyone who
sound on this
plays
shit.
Fortnite did when this happened.
Fucking went into meltdown. They all thought that it was like fucking gone.
Imagine if they did just cancel it though. That'd be fucking hilarious.
Hello.
Yeah, just to see like the turmoil it creates and that would be sick.
So they must have added new guns.
Fuck, I was gonna say these new characters and then I remembered that this isn't Apex.
I'm assuming that's a new drink.
I thought the dude at the front was Mirage.
That's cool.
Yeah, see that joint look. I feel like they've taken a big Apex side of things as to like just a normal place.
So yeah, about time they added that.
Yeah, I was gonna say the explosion bit's dope. But yeah, it's like a whole new thing now.
That's cool, man.
Like the chapter 2, it's just a whole new reboot of the game, basically.
Fuck, I might have to re-download it.
Sort your face out, whatever the fuck that is. Yeah, it's kind of tempting, but I just don't want to get trapped in that shit again.
Yeah.
What should we do? Should we wrap it up?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've still got to go to IGA and get bananas. Though.
IGA is probably shut because it's 9 o'clock.
Nah, I think there's one that shuts at 12.
Go to Como. Apparently you can steal Subarus. You got 24-hour one there.
Fuck it, boy.
Alright, we'll wrap it up. It's been a pleasure. Thanks for coming out, man.
Anytime. It's been a
man.
long time.
It has been a long time.
Appreciated.
It's good to have fucking someone on there for the 30th episode, so that's dope.
30 episodes. So. Well, congratulations.
I know, eh? It's pretty crazy. But yeah, I hope you've enjoyed the episode. Thanks for listening. Thanks for showing your support. All that sort of shit. Oh, we didn't talk about the fucking debate, the poll.
Oh, should we?
What poses?
touch on it real
The
quick?
fucking 360 cursor.
Yeah.
Shit.
But we've now gone for like 2 hours. Do we talk about it next week?
We can talk about it on Saturday with Coas.
Yeah. Yeah, okay. Alright, we'll fucking wrap it up. Jesus Christ. On Saturday, well, next episode, we've got a coerce. He's coming in as a guest. So that'll be dope. And yeah, shout out to Robin for being the tech guy.
Fucking Robin.
Yeah, this is definitely a goer. And yeah, hope you've enjoyed the episode. It's Illdok.
It's Blerbs.
Relmz.
Peace.
Peace.